And welcome to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman. We speak to your life, money, and your investments. And as always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon to be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. And if you've not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you think somebody might find this of interest, go ahead and hit the share button below and share the content with them as well. So I want to speak about spending money. Okay, it's not something that I like speaking about a lot. People who know me know that I don't like spending money. That's a different question. In my line of business, in the financial industry and financial planning, obviously, we always tell you not to spend your money, but maybe that's a problem. I had many meetings over the last 2 weeks. I think those meetings, interesting meetings, coupled with maybe sort of a certain philosophical bent that those of us in Israel have, I guess, since October the 7th, having people personally having lost a nephew, have another nephew seriously injured in the war, fighting. My father passed away. I'm knowing lots of friends whose sons fell in battle. I think we've all become a little, I don't know, more philosophical. And the old school financial planning, save your money and save your money and save your money, rings a little bit hollow. I'm not saying that you should go out and, as I like to say, race your money to the grave. I'm not saying that you should do that. You have to live in a financially responsible way. You have to have money for retirement and enough money that you can live, right, until 100 or whatever it is, right, that you should be able to live and be well. But, I spoke to somebody a few weeks ago who said, they went on a trip through the Pacific. They went to Australia, New Zealand. They were newly retired. And they said to me, you should travel when you're younger. I said, really? Why? Why is that? And he said, because it was just hard for us. We're in good shape, but it was hard. It was tiring, and we had to take the suitcases and, schlep our suitcases. It was hard. It was hard, and we recommend it now. We came back, and we had a great time. We told our friends, we're going to do those kinds of trips. Maybe do it when you're younger. Interesting, number one. Number two, I spoke with somebody who has a family celebration in the States coming up. And people might think it's sort of minor, right? It's not a huge celebration, but they said, you know what? We have the money and we want to attend. We want to go. We want to fly in for a few weeks. We want to attend this particular celebration. And I said, you know what? I looked at the finances. You have the money. Go for it. What are you saving the money for at the end of the day? The money is to be used. I once had an aunt of blessed memory who said, everybody's really quick to get together when there's a tragedy, right? They'll go to a funeral. They'll drop everything to go to a funeral, or they'll pay a condolence call. But whenever there's a celebration, they're not so quick to go. There'll be another one. We'll save the money. We'll fly another time, whatever it is, right? And they put those kinds of things. And ultimately, those are the memories, right? Maybe it's with your kids. We want to put off, we've got to work and work and work and work and work hard. And at the end of the day, so your kids grow up and they leave the house, and then what do you have? So maybe we should be a little bit looser. I'm not saying being irresponsible, but maybe I'm guilty, right? Those in our industry are guilty, that you have to save and save and save and save. But maybe there should be room to enjoy money as well, right? Maybe there should be some ability to, along the way, enjoy the money and make memories, because ultimately that's what the money is for, right? So if you just keep it and then pass it on to the next generation, you don't enjoy it, you don't create those family memories, those treasures. So what have you done? Okay, so you passed away with a lot of money. Okay, next, right? I'm not saying that you should go and live with that, not within your means and spend money frivolously. I'm not saying that. But going on vacation, you don't have to take your kids to France. You can do something that's very, very moderate, very laid back. It doesn't have to be, in your face, wow, the greatest thing. But ultimately, they're not even going to remember that, right? They're going to remember the time they spent with you and that you all spent together. And that's where the laughs come in, right? And those unbelievable memories. It's not that you took a trip around the world, right? It doesn't have to be something that's like so amazing. It doesn't have to be that. It'd be something a lot more modest, but do it, right? I was one of those planners. You got to save, you got to save, you got to save. And again, I stress, don't go into debt. You're not going to go into debt to any of these things, okay? You have to, and if it's going to cause debt, scale it back so that it's something that fits your budget, fits the amount of money you have. But That being said, you should go ahead and do it, right? Because ultimately, you know, if you're going to if you're saving money to get buried with it, that's not a really good financial plan either. Or if you're going to save all your money in order to pass it all on to the next generation and never get any, never have any benefit from it, never even give it to some of your kids while you're alive, where you can actually enjoy and see the joy that they have while they're struggling from getting some of the money. So maybe we all should take a step back, right? And realize that, you know, here in Israel, we're totally realizing it, right? You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Nothing like a war to put things into perspective. Again, be responsible, don't be frivolous, but I'm giving you permission that if it fits your budget, spend some money. Spend some money on your family, spend some money with your spouse, with your friends, whatever it is. Again, make sure it fits your budget. Make sure you're not going into debt. If it goes into debt, don't do it, right? Scale it back. But go ahead, and I'm giving you permission to fly to America for a grandchild's whatever, or, you know, fly to London for your child's whatever, or, you know, if you live in America, fly to Florida for a quick family vacation or with your friends, whatever it is, okay? Enjoy yourself a little bit. And create those memories, because ultimately those are the precious memories. Those are, you know, that's what life's about in many ways, okay? It's not about getting buried with all of your money, because ultimately, you know, the worms get in and eat it. It doesn't help so much, okay? So that was the end of this philosophical, soft podcast of the week. We'll be back with more of our typical programming soon, a little more with an edge. You've been tuning into the Aaron Katzman Show, where we speak about your life and money and your investments. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon.